Hello, my dear students. Very good morning to all of you. I welcome you all to this TYBSc online lecture. So, today for the point to discuss, that is manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's process. The flow sheet we are going to see today in the today's lecture. The detailed explanation of this flow sheet in the plant and the process. Already we discussed in the yesterday's lecture the manufacture of basic chemical, that is nitric acid. The process is known as the Ostwald's process. This process is also called as the ammonia oxidation method, because the raw material, the basic principle we studied in the previous lecture, that is there are three important steps we seen. The first step is the oxidation step, that is ammonia, the dry ammonia which is oxidized with the air, that is oxygen, in presence of platinum and the rhodium as a catalyst at 750 degrees Celsius. It forms into nitric oxide, which is a step 1 important step, and second step, that is nitric oxide converted into the nitrogen dioxide again by the air oxidation, that is the second step, and the third step, the absorption of NO2 by water or by the air is converted into the nitric acid. That is the percentage of the process, that is formation of the percentage of nitric acid, that is in this Ostwald's process is 65%. There is the diluted nitric acid is formed of 65%. Further, what we have to do, again the form diluted nitric acid further which is concentrated, means that is concentrated by using the even by the sulfuric acid or by the magnesium nitrate. Those are the concentration, the method we are going to study further. So, here this is the flow sheet where the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's process, that is nothing but the ammonia oxidation method. Why we are using ammonia oxidation? Because the raw materials used, that is the ammonia. So, here we can see very simple flow sheet is there for this manufacture of nitric acid. The basic raw material, that is ammonia as well as the air, because air we are using is a oxidizing agent, that is air oxidation is there. At one end, the pure and the dried anhydrous ammonia is passed towards the evaporator, where this evaporator, the liquid ammonia which is forms into the gaseous form, that is it should be evaporated in the gaseous form, converted into the vaporization form. At the another end, air is used. Air already we studied, already we discussing about it. Air is the oxidizing agent which is used open air. Air is also passed with the at the another end. Here at the ammonia at one end, which is evaporator, and sent towards the reactor, where after evaporating the pure anhydrous ammonia in the pure form, which is sent towards the evaporator, where the vapors, that is gaseous form of ammonia is formed and sent toward the reactor, where the actual reaction takes place. At the another end, air is taken, which is compressed up to 6.8 to 7 atmospheric pressure, where the air is purified, means where for getting the pure air, because air composition of all the gases, where the pure air is obtained and further compressed and sent towards the filter, where the filtration takes place, that is pure air form. If any gases, other contaminations of the gases are, that can be purified by this filter and sent towards the reactor. Here at the one end ammonia is there, and another end air is passed towards the reactor, and one side of the pure air we can see here, one air is connected towards the reactor side and one air which is pipe sent towards the absorber. Why it is sent towards the absorber? Already we seen in the yesterday's lecture. The absorption of NO2 by water takes place, converted into the HNO3, or the absorption of NO2 is also carried out by the air also, air and water. So, therefore, at one purified air is also sent towards the absorber, where it can be takes place. So, where the reactor is there, in the reactor now there is purified ammonia and the purified air is there. Already the reaction which we are seeing, what is the we can say reaction in the reactor? Very simple reaction, that is reactor. How the reaction is possible? 4 molecules of, here I will write, here what is the reaction for the reactor? Here I will write there is a first important reaction, 4 molecules of NH3 plus we can see here 5 molecules of oxygen under platinum and the rhodium as a catalyst. It forms, that is, it can be converted into the 4 molecules of nitric oxide plus 6 molecules of water with evolution of plus 950 kilojoules of heat is evolved. You have to keep it, remember. Now see here the reactor, what is the reactor? Reactor is made up of nickel and the chromium container. There is a container, reactor is to be container which is made up of nickel and the chromium stainless steel, which is of approximately 6 to 7 feet of height and 16 inches of the diameter will be there, where the platinum and the rhodium catalyst is situated. What is the reaction? Where the reaction is carried out? Platinum and the rhodium is a catalyst. Catalyst gauze is situated in the converter, where the ammonia and the air are passes through these platinum and the rhodium gauze, where the reaction takes place. What is the reaction is there? 4 molecules of ammonia and oxygen in presence of platinum and the rhodium, where temperature is 750 degrees Celsius, where the formed of nitric oxide with evolution of 950 kilojoules of heat, means there is exothermic reaction is there. Means in the reactor this much of condition is maintained, platinum and the rhodium catalyst gauges are situated, and the air and the ammonia which is passed toward the reactor, where the reaction takes place, that is reaction of ammonia, oxygen, it converted to nitric oxide with evolution of 950 kilojoules of heat is large amount of heat is evolved, because it is an exothermic reaction is there, where the heat is, once the heat is evolved, there is a formation of nitric oxide is the first formation, that is step 1 reaction is carried out in the reactor. Okay, here the platinum and the rhodium catalyst gauze is situated in the reactor. So therefore this reaction takes place, first reaction, that is conversion of ammonia to nitric oxide takes place in the reactor, where the formed NO. Now what is the gas which is formed? Nitric oxide, which is step form. So here the nitric oxide and as well as the oxygen, all the remaining gases are sent towards the cooler, because the formed nitric oxide, it should be cooled, because nitric oxide is further used for the formation of nitrogen dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide is further used for the formation of nitric oxide. So that here the formed nitric oxide and the other gases, that is which is other gas? Oxygen, which is required. Oxygen is also passed through this, because here the excess of heat is evolved, plus 950 kilojoules of heat is evolved, large amount of heat is evolved, exothermic reaction is there, which was cooled, because you required the cooling. It should be cooled. Before sending the cooler, there was a preheater is there. Preheater means exchange of the heating will be there. It is cooled down. So likewise, here the sent towards the cooler, where the gases, all the gases are cooled and sent towards the absorber tower. First of all, you have to cool the gases and send towards the absorber tower. Here before sending the absorber, there is a S-type condenser is there. Here in between there is a S-type condenser is there, where the nitric oxide and the excess of oxygen were passing through this cooler. This nitric oxide and the oxygen, excess of oxygen, which we have to pass through this cooler towards the absorber, because at one side is absorber, also we are sending the air towards the excess of air towards the absorber, where the nitric oxide and the excess of air which is further reacted and forms into the nitrogen dioxide. So that is the second reactor, that is in the absorber. Now down to the reaction is in the absorber. What type of reactions are carried out in the absorber? There is 2 types of reactions are carried out, that is of first the nitric oxide, 2 molecules of nitric oxide which is reacted with oxygen forms into the, that is of, again the oxidation reaction takes place, it forms into the nitrogen dioxide, which forms into the nitrogen dioxide, which is with evolution of plus 114 kilojoules of heat. Means in the absorber actual 2 reactions are takes place. The first, nitric oxide is converted to the nitrogen dioxide by the air oxidation, because we are sending the excess of air toward the absorber. That is the one reaction. Once the nitrogen dioxide is formed and further cooled, which is not shown in this one, there is a S-type condenser is there. S-type condenser is there. That is the formed nitrogen dioxide gas is also cooled and absorbed by the water. That is third step. What is the absorption? Absorption is very simple. NO2, which is absorbed by the water, 3 molecules of NO2 plus water, absorption reaction takes place. That is, there is absorption will be there. It forms into 2 molecules of HNO3 plus H2O. Which is the reaction takes place? Which is the reaction takes place? NO is formed plus 134 kilojoules of heat is there. Now see, in the absorption tower there are 2 reactions are takes place. One is the formed nitric oxide which was cooled and sent towards the absorber. Here the excess of oxygen is also passed in the absorber tower, where the nitric oxide is converted into the nitrogen dioxide first, and then the nitrogen dioxide which is absorbed by the water. You can see here the absorption tower, from the top of the absorber we are continuously passing the water. So with that water and the oxygen, here the absorption will be takes place. The formed nitrogen dioxide which is absorbed by the water and forms into the nitric acid. That is, diluted nitric acid is formed. This is very important. Which nitric acid is formed? Diluted nitric acid is formed with evolution of plus 134 kilojoules of heat is there. Still there is a heat is evolved. But what is the percentage of nitric acid here forming? 65% of nitric acid we are going to be formed. That is formed in the Ostwald's process. That is, diluted nitric acid is formed. Okay. So this is a very simple flow sheet. That is, again I will revise here within 1 minute. We can see here at one end anhydrous ammonia is passed. At another end air is there. Ammonia is sent towards the evaporator, where the gaseous form of the ammonia, that is vaporized and compresses. Air is compressed and filtered and sent towards the reactor, where the reactor, that is a container which is situated, that is which is made up of nickel and chromium container, stainless steel. In the reactor there is platinum and the rhodium gauze catalyst, hexagonal shaped catalyst which is situated, and ammonia and that air both are passed toward the reactor, where in the reactor the reaction is takes place. That is, ammonia is converted into the nitric oxide using platinum and the rhodium as a catalyst at 750 degrees Celsius with evolution of 950 kilojoules of heat is the exothermic, full of large amount of heat is evolved. So that heat is cooled by the cooler and further sent towards the all the gases of nitric oxide and the air sent towards the absorber. At the another end, pure air is also, excess of air is also formed towards the absorber. In the absorption tower, there are 2 types of reactions are takes place. First, nitric oxide is converted to the nitrogen dioxide, and further this nitrogen dioxide is absorbed by the water and converted into the nitric acid. That is diluted nitric acid in the form of 65% of the yield is there. And the waste gases are released from the absorption tower. So this is the formation of nitric acid. Okay. Now see, as the formed nitric acid, that is diluted nitric acid, there is a one more step is remaining. That is, in the whole process we are forming the nitric acid, that is diluted nitric acid is formed. Which nitric acid is formed? Diluted nitric acid is formed of 65%. How much percentage is there? 65% is there. Now this nitric acid, dilute nitric acid is further concentrated towards the pure formation of concentrated nitric acid by 2 different methods. Concentration of nitric acid is carried out by, that is first by H2SO4 and second by magnesium nitrate, MgNO3. Now see, these are the two are the concentrating reagent. Here the diluted nitric acid, there was a drying tower is there. So in that drying tower, continuously there was a tower is there. From the bottom side, first which is by the H2SO4, approximately there is, we can see here there is we can say silicon iron made of like a tower is there, in which the concentration is takes place, concentration of nitric acid is takes place, where the first H2SO4 is used. As already we studied that H2SO4 itself is a dehydrating agent. Means where the, what is meant by diluted nitric acid? Diluted nitric is nothing but there is a presence of the water molecules. We have to do it concentrated, means remove the water molecules. That we are going to be doing in the concentration of nitric acid, where the first is carried out by the H2SO4, where approximately 60 to 65% of the percentage of the sulfuric acid which is feed to the tower from the bottom. There is a tower is there from the bottom side, from the top side of the tower. 60 to 65% of H2SO4 continuously passes towards this diluted nitric acid, where the diluted nitric acid is converted into the 90 to 95% of the pure nitric acid, because what is the role of the sulfuric acid? Here the sulfuric acid, it removes the water molecules from the diluted nitric acid and converted into the pure concentrated 90 to 95% of the nitric acid, concentrated nitric acid. That is the one thing. In the second thing, again we can same purpose for the second of magnesium nitrate, where the magnesium nitrate is some solution of magnesium nitrate. Approximately this is of 60 to 65% of H2SO4 is used for the tower, for the purification of concentration of nitric acid. Here the magnesium nitrate 70 to 75% of solution of MgSO4, solution of magnesium nitrate, MgNO3 taken twice 2, solution of 70 to 70% of magnesium nitrate is taken and added into the diluted nitric acid, where again the same rule, which is magnesium nitrate absorbs the water molecule and removes the water from the diluted nitric acid and converted into the concentrated nitric acid, approximately more than the 95%, more than the 95 to 98% of the pure concentrated nitric acid is formed, okay, in this concentration of nitric acid. Simply, how the concentration of nitric acid takes place? Concentration of nitric acid takes place by the two methods, that is by using the H2SO4 and by using the magnesium nitrate. Both are, here it acts as the dehydrating agent, because that absorb the water molecule from the diluted nitric acid and converted into the further pure form of the concentrated nitric acid, that is more than the 90%, 90 to 95% of the pure nitric acid is formed by this concentration of nitric acid. So, likewise, initially in the Ostwald's process, diluted nitric acid is formed, that is percentage 65%, and this 65% of the diluted nitric acid is converted into the concentrated nitric acid by using the H2SO4 and the magnesium nitrate, because both are itself used as the dehydrating agent, because in the diluted nitric acid water molecule is there, that those water molecules are converted into the pure form of the concentrated form. Okay. So, with this I hope you are understand very clearly the flow sheet of this Ostwald's process, as well as the reactions in the reactor, in the absorber, and finally the concentration of nitric acid by H2SO4 as well as magnesium nitrate takes place, that is dehydrating, water molecules are removed from the diluted nitric acid and forms into the pure form of the nitric acid, that is concentrated nitric acid is formed. Okay. So, with this this lecture is over. In the next lecture, we will see physico-chemical properties and applications of the nitric acid. Okay. Thank you for watching this lecture. Thank you.